Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon OmegaRuby. I'm your host, ThePikaWu. In the last episode, we went back to Route 111, went to the desert, found the root and the claw fossils. We ended up taking the root fossil, of course, because you can only take one fossil per game. But yeah, so that's basically what we did. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be continuing on Route 118, and we're also going to be helping out a Pokemon in need, so to speak. We're also going to be meeting up with a very familiar face, which will be happening very soon. I'm just checking around the area just to make sure there wasn't like an item or a way to land on a certain area so that way you can, you know, get some kind of item or whatever. Of course, if you talk to this guy, you get the good rod, so I mean, you can actually start fishing for things that are better than Magikarp, essentially anyway. So, I mean, there's that, and you can't go wrong with that. I don't know if anyone just heard that, but my, like, wrist popped, which is like okay, but whatever. So yeah, I mean, it's a thing, I suppose. So again, as you can see, the interviewers are here, and they basically have the same Pokemon, just pretty much, I think, like, I don't know, maybe 5 levels higher. I can't really remember what their levels were before. Actually, I think they were 26 before, so they're only like 3 levels higher. I could be wrong, of course, but I mean, whatever. Pretty easy battle. Just use Bulldoze if you happen to have, you know, Swampert. I'm pretty sure that you have Bulldoze if you're using Swampert, unless you're using like a special attacking Swampert for whatever reason. Even though, I mean, I guess it's not terrible as a special attacker, but I honestly just have always preferred it as a physical. The only time I ever used it as a special attacker was actually in Generation 3, whenever I could just use Surf and, you know, do whatever. But, I don't know, that's just me. But I don't know. Easy battle though, very easy battle. So they're gonna ask us for another quote-unquote interview, and we're gonna give the same answer that we did last time. LOL. So I mean, pretty simple, pretty easy, whatever. Obviously we're gonna change up our lead here. I ended up making a mistake though. I didn't want to move that there, but whatever, we can easily just readjust that. Roserade goes there, and then Gardevoir gets moved as well in case we decide that we need it in the lead later down the line. Because, I don't know, you never know whenever you might, you know, want to have it just in case. Make things a little bit easier on yourself, I suppose. But either way, I think this is basically the first time we've actually seen this Pokemon, by the way. Carvanha is now something that's going to be newly introduced into the game. I don't remember seeing it before this, of course, because we don't have the whole Team Aqua thing in this game. Team Aqua did in fact have it, but we, you know, don't. So, I mean, yeah, that's kind of a thing. But, I mean, either way, it's not really like it's a huge deal. So, I don't know. It's whatever, I suppose. I mean, but either way, the battles here are easy. A lot of them are. There is a way to battle a little bit higher level Pokemon. As you can see, they're like 25 to like 30. If you go later into this route and onto the one that's next to this one to the right, you can actually find Pokemon that are a little bit higher. So if you wanted a bit more of a challenge, that would be where you'd want to go. And as you can see, there's nothing else to do, so we're going to walk up here, only to see that Steven is checking out the area for whatever reason. He never even tells you the reason why he's actually here. He's just kind of here. So, I mean, I feel like this is kind of lacking in the story department in regards to, like, what the hell Steven's actually doing right here, of all places. But, as he tries to leave, yeah, we get interrupted a little bit, or rather, I guess he does before he gets the chance to leave. Latios appears, and I guess is apparent. Like, I guess the best way to phrase it is it's here trying to find someone to help it. It's looking for someone to help its partner Latios, and you'll understand what we're kind of getting at here whenever we get to the, you know, like maybe a couple minutes from now. Because yeah, as you can see, he says it sought out our help. So in a way, I feel bad for this thing. I mean, like, the demo was bad enough, and now in the main game, they actually have to carry two people on their backs to an island to, you know, do whatever. I don't know. I mean, you'd think that one person might be heavy enough, but at the same time, I guess it is Latios and Latios. So, not giving them enough credit, I suppose. Anyways, yeah, we're here on Southern Island, a place that we will be eventually returning to because, again, we did get the Eon ticket. We will be able to do that later on down the line. So, I mean, yeah, we'll be able to do that. But as you'll see, he'll just kind of talk about the whole Mega Evolution thing and the fact that the Eon twins are basically here. So once we get access to our, the ability to control our game again, we're going to move Swampert back into the lead because, again, I've played through the game and yeah, I know exactly how this is about to turn out. And considering the team that is in this game as opposed to AlphaSapphire, you're going to kind of want either a water or a ground type for this because, like, let's be real, it's going to be kind of obvious in a matter of seconds, honestly, but you'll kind of get the gist of it, I suppose. I mean, I really don't know how else to put it, so it's just like, okay, here you go. By the way, the Magma waifu has appeared, and that would be the Magma admin Courtney. Courtney's kind of a very unique character in this game. She kind of suddenly just takes a serious interest in you. I don't really know how else to put this. She kind of comes off as a lesbian if you happen to be playing the female character, and she kind of comes off as, just like, obviously straight if, you're playing as the male. Either way, she basically makes herself out to seem more than just, like, interested in you as like an enemy or, a rival or something. She sees you as, something else. Like, she can't help but be interested in you for some reason. And they don't really explain too much about that as far as I'm aware. So, I mean, it's just something that I've always found kind of interesting in regards to the newer versions of, Gen 3. So, I don't know. But as you can see, she does lead with a camera up, and then the other one's using a coughing. Thankfully, the Metang does live the bulldoze and is able to actually target the right thing with Zen Headbutt. I was kind of afraid it was going to go after camera up because of the fact that it's weak to camera up's fire typing as well as its ground typing, of course. So, I mean, it's kind of just like a sitting duck against both my Swampert and this camera up, and I figured it might try to, double up on it just because. But it didn't, so it worked out pretty well. At least Steven's AI isn't that bad in this battle. So, I mean, hell, he even went for the bullet punch just to make sure that it didn't get any kind of hits in, which is pretty useful, I suppose. Not that it matters, because once you beat these two, Steven will heal up your Pokemon. As you can see, like, she's like, you target locked and all this other stuff. Like, it's like, she's like, I don't know. She's kind of got that Tsundere, Yandere type of thing going on. I don't know. It's a very interesting thing that they added to Courtney. I'm not complaining. I actually think it's kind of a good thing that she acts the way that she does. But as you can see, it says that Latios has recognized us as a worthy trainer, and Latios decides to just instantly, like, here you go. I'm your Pokemon now. So as a result, he wants to join our party, and we have to send something back. So I'm going to be sending Linoon. I need to kind of look off screen to see if we really need, like, cut or strength or anything like that in this route. I don't think we really do. But at the same time, Linoon is higher level, so I might end up backtracking and going to get it back out of the PC and putting Latios there instead. But, yeah. Anyways, as a result of getting a Pokemon with a Mega Stone, Steven happens to be there, and of course, anything stone related, he gives us the Mega Bracelet in order to Mega Evolve. So, considering we just added Latios to our team, we have in total 4 Pokemon that are capable of Mega Evolution. One of them hasn't fully evolved yet, so it can't do that, and we don't even have the Mega Stone for it. One of them we won't be getting the Mega Stone for until sometime after the next gym, and one of them currently has, I guess we have 2 Pokemon with the Mega Stones, and that would be Metang and, of course, Latios. Metang can't Mega Evolve yet because it's not a Metagross, and we don't have the Swablu, or we don't have the Altaria and the Altaria-ite. And we don't have the Swampert yet either. So, yeah, we still have a lot of Pokemon that can Mega Evolve. Technically, I keep forgetting that Gardevoir has a Mega Evolution as well. So, yeah, a lot of Mega Evolution Pokemon on our team. I mean, hell, we could always just slap Mega Stones on every single one of them, just, yeah, all day. I mean, why the hell not, right? So let's go ahead and check our nature on this Latios, and it's minus defense and plus speed. So that's actually kind of an interesting Latios, actually very interesting. Latios does have some good physical moves as well as obviously good special moves. So Hasty's not bad for a mixed set if you really wanted to go for that. I mean, it usually always wants to have that speedy nature, so I don't know, it's not terrible I suppose. But yeah. As I said, I may backtrack to get Linoon, but I'm not going to do it on screen. There's no point in wasting time going back all the way to Mauville, just so that way we can end up back here and waste even more time. I really wouldn't want to do that. I'm pretty sure no one's going to care if I go and get it off screen anyways, so I don't know. We'll see how things play out. I'll have to check and see if cut and whatnot is really all that necessary in this route. I think it might be needed once or twice, but at the same time I somehow doubt it, so I don't know. I'll have to look on Serebii's Poke Earth thing and see if there's like items that require specific HMs like Cut or Rock Smash or something like that. Because I just don't want to overlook an item or something and then just be like, well, by the way, speaking of overlooking an item, if you look in the top right there at the top screen, you can see a little bit of red that's a item sitting there on the ground. We're not going to get that in this episode. We're not going up just yet. We're going off to the right, like I mentioned earlier. There are much higher level Pokemon over there that you can battle. Trainers that you can battle now instead of having to wait until after you get to like 2 cities from now, things like that. So I mean, it's ideal, honestly. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you can also pick a bunch of berries whenever you go over there. So I mean, it's just beneficial to go over there if you really want to get some free stuff and some decent experience for Pokemon that are about the same level as you, rather than Pokemon that are, I don't know, nearly 10 levels lower than you. Just throwing that out there. I mean, it seems kind of free that way, but I don't know. That's up to everyone else, I suppose. I really do like, getting more experience, and I'm sure people probably wonder why I battle every trainer. I'm sure that some people actually wonder that. I mean, they'd probably just be like, well, this is a walkthrough. You don't really need to battle everyone. You just want to go through the game, help people find where they need to go, and then move on from there. But, I mean, when it comes to something like Pokemon, if you don't battle enough, you don't get enough experience, and as a result, you can be severely underleveled. So it can prove to be kind of hectic if you don't battle. And the only options you have in any Pokemon game, at least the mainstream ones, is either wild battles or trainer battles. And the reason why you usually see me using repels all the time is because wild battles don't really give you too much. Yes, there's an off chance that you might find a shiny and stuff like that, I suppose, but I mean, outside of something like that, you don't get much out of it. Usually the Pokemon are going to always be lower level than you, even lower level than probably any of the trainer battles. So I mean, there's that, stuff like that. The cool thing about the trainer battles is that you also gain money, and I'm sure that a lot of people notice that if I don't spend all my money in the game, like in this game, you can buy TMs and like marts and stuff. So yeah, there's going to be some money expend, there's going to be people, spending money. So obviously I'll probably have less money than I normally do, of course, but for my prior Let's Plays, I've always had a lot of money towards the end of the game, and that's because of all the trainers that we battled, and hardly spent any of the money unless we were getting things like revives for the Elite Four or something in case we needed them, full restores, repels, stuff like that. So I mean, even then, like in Black and White 2, I don't remember if it was in Black and White 1, but Black and White 2, I know for a fact you could buy TMs in, the Pokemon Centers / Marts, and as a result, we spent a little bit of money or whatever, but regardless of the fact, in the end, I still had a lot of, yeah, that was weird. I don't know, I had a lot of money though. I don't know if that kind of happens on screen or not whenever I'm recording the commentary, and for whatever reason both the top and the bottom screen, the area, was completely black for a second. I'm like, what's going on with my recording here? I was kind of worried about it, but it seems like it's fine. Because it's I have it scrunched down, I can magnify it or shrink it a little bit. And I have it shrunk so that way I can actually see everything because the size is 1280 by 720 and the little video area is not that big, so I kind of have to shrink it down. And I think whenever I do that, it causes it to kind of jump around a little bit and cause it to seem glitchy, but it's not. So I don't know. Anyways, as we saw, there was an item over there, and we're going to go ahead and get that, and then we're going to call it a day. So in the next episode, we're going to continue back on Route 122 or 121, I can't remember, or no, 118 or something like that. We'll continue on that, and then we'll be making our way to the next city, which I believe is Fortree City. So that's something that we all get to look forward to. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is the PokeGamer signing out.